Dontaesboxingnation, Dontaescookingnation. We are out here. Where are we at?
We're out here in Vacate.
There you go. She's from Ireland. Matter of fact, introduce yourself to the world.
My name's Haney and I'm from Ireland and I'm the biggest fan in Scotland.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Biggest fan?
And I'm from Ireland. Sorry.
No, I can edit it. Don't worry about it. All the way in Bangkok, Thailand, y'all.
No,
I'm gonna get
in
it right.
Ireland as well.
In Ireland, you hear that? DBN is international,
My
guys.
churros are ready now.
When you anybody, what the fuck? We gotta stop fucking talking shit and get on the fucking win. Anytime. Man, we ready, bro. We know when they calling you out. No. We been calling you out. Anytime. It's a deal. Come on, man. It's a deal. Come on, man. Let's do it, bro. I'll take this shit all day. No. We been calling you out. Anytime. It's a deal. Come on, man. It's a deal. Come on, man. Let's do it, bro. I'll take this shit all day. Come on, man. Let's do it, bro. I'll take this shit all day.
Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? So that right there was Teofimo Lopez shaking Bill Haney's hand to make a promise, agreeing that he would fight Devin Haney after the Kambosos fight. Teofimo, he went on the Mike Tyson show way before this confrontation with Devin Haney. Mike Tyson was really pushing him hard to fight Devin Haney next. He told Mike Tyson, oh yeah, we gonna fight next. We gonna fight next. I just need to see what's gonna happen with this Kambosos situation. And after that, we fighting Devin Haney. Mike Tyson told Teo to his face. I already played the clip for you guys multiple times. Mike Tyson, he said to Teofimo, while Teo was talking about fighting other people, let me see what's gonna happen. Mike Tyson said, Devin Haney should be next. And he said it with a serious face. And Teofimo responded, oh yeah, he is gonna be next. I just wanna see what's gonna happen with Kambosos. And then after that, it's gonna be the Devin Haney fight. You already know that Teofimo had actually said he doesn't want to move up to 140 until he fights Devin Haney, right? Now you fast forward to present day, and he's talking about vacating all of the belts, basically surrendering the belts to Devin Haney, just like Canelo surrendered his belt to Jamal Charlo, just like Lomachenko vacated and surrendered his WBC belt to Devin Haney, which is why Devin Haney is the WBC champion today. And even Lomachenko said that Devin Haney is the real WBC champion. Even Lomachenko said it. So now, once again, Teofimo, he's backing out of the fight. He's saying he's not going to fight Devin Haney because he's not a real champion. What has he done? He keeps trashing Devin Haney's name. He always has something negative to say about a man who just wants to challenge him to a fight so we can really have an undisputed champion in the lightweight division. You know, it's interesting because if you guys pay attention, Teofimo, he's talking as if he already knows, he already feels that Devin Haney is going to beat Jojo Diaz with no problem. If he feels so confident that Devin is going to beat Jojo Diaz, how come he never trashes Diaz? How come he never says Diaz is garbage and this is a cherry pick and I would beat him easy? How come he never says anything bad about Jojo Diaz? But yet, he will sit over here and say that Devin Haney is not fighting anyone and he's the email champion, but yet he's the one fighting against Jojo Diaz. And realistically, on paper, there's no doubt about it. Jojo Diaz is the toughest fight out of Gervonta Tank Davis's opponent and out of Teofimo's. But keep in mind, that's only on paper because we don't know exactly what Kambosos is going to bring. The only thing I know about Kambosos is he has the type of confidence that underdogs don't usually have. But it's not just confidence. You know, when it comes to Kambosos, he knows how to box. He has a little slickness to him. He can fight on the inside. He can fight on the outside. He seems to have a pretty good chin. So it's going to be a serious test. This is going to be a serious fight. I keep telling you guys, everybody, including Teofimo Lopez, I believe everyone thought at the beginning that this was going to be just an easy cherry pick for Teofimo. But a lot of people are starting to think now, it's a lot of late money coming in on Kambosos. A lot of people are thinking that now Kambosos has a very good chance of winning this fight just because of how everything has taken place, all the postponements, and once again, when you look at the confidence of George Kambosos. So once again, Teofimo, he announced that he will vacate his belts after he fights against Kambosos, assuming that he beats Kambosos, right? He will vacate the belts, and he says that him and Devin Haney will have to fight at 140. There's no reason to read and quote exactly what Teofimo said, so I'll just go ahead and put the link in the description box so you can read the entire quote. But that's pretty much all he said. The exact word that he used was maybe. He said, maybe I'll go ahead and vacate all the belts and just move up to 140. But once again, on Monday, Teofimo was talking about fighting Devin Haney and saying that he's not going up to 140 until he fights him. On Tuesday, he's saying, who has he fought? He's an email champion, etc., etc. I don't have to fight him. What does he have to offer, right? So we know what time it is. The translation is, look, y'all, I done sparred with this man, and I just know he's a beast. This is going to be probably my most difficult fight, and I'm staying away from him as long as I can until there's a gun put to my head, and then I'll get in the ring. That is the translation. See, unfortunately, in the sport of boxing, too many boxers like Teofimo or like a Canelo Alvarez, they tend to always make up excuses why they're not fighting against tough competition. But the problem is they always end up contradicting themselves. And now all you do is put more pressure on yourself when you set some type of criteria that boxers need to meet to get in the ring and even fight you. In other words, you're saying you don't qualify to fight me. Okay, so when you say something like that, then the obvious question is, so who are you going to end up fighting next? So you're saying your next opponent is going to be way more dangerous than the Devin Haney, and he's going to have a way better resume than Devin Haney, right? That's essentially what you're saying. You can't sit over here and say that Devin Haney hasn't done nothing, he hasn't proven anything, and then go in there with a guy who's a heavy underdog in your very next fight. Now, we know that Teo did want, or at least he said he wanted, the Josh Taylor fight. But Josh Taylor, he looks at Teo as a joke. I mean, he literally said, this man runs around with his Mickey Mouse belts. He's a joke. This is exactly what Josh Taylor said. And he also said he's not interested in fighting this guy. He said there's unfinished business left for Teofimo. He needs to become undisputed like Josh Taylor became at 140. So the question is, if Teofimo is not going to give Lomachenko a rematch, if he's not going to get the Josh Taylor fight next, and he's not going to fight Devin Haney, who is he going to fight? And once again, who is he going to fight that meets the standards that he has set? It can't be a Jose Pedraza. Once again, if you're not fighting against Lomachenko next, if you're not fighting against Josh Taylor next, there's no way you can justify avoiding the WBC champion who has been calling you out for now more than 2 years. I'm telling you right now, a lot of fans have lost a lot of respect for Teofimo. Even diehard Teofimo Lopez fans have lost respect for him. But if he does get Kambosos, which is no guarantee, I've already told you guys, I think that's going to be a very tough fight. If he does get past Kambosos and he doesn't take on a tough challenge that's on the level of a Devin Haney, oh man, they are going to bury Teofimo Lopez with criticism. He's going to receive an enormous amount of backlash. So let's see how things turn out this Saturday. Let's see who he decides to fight after that. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man ScalpCarolinas on Instagram. Contact them at 704-499-3471 and make sure you follow them on Instagram.